Alright guys, so I have an issue with the home building project. Wanted to have my home built on the back side of the lake over there. Problem is access, road access. So I'm really left with two options at this point. The county will build a partial driveway from the main road onto the property, and then it's our responsibility. So one of the issues is come straight through the road. We'll have to rearrange the fence there, build a gate. I don't know what they're going to do with those low-lying power lines. They're going to have to put something to raise it. But literally, it's going to be gravel driveway all the way down. This fence is going to have to be removed. We'll take a walk down here, and we're talking backfill. A lot of backfill. So when it comes to bringing in dump trucks with hard packed soil, gravel, whatever the hell they do to build this up, is going to be expensive. Another option I can think of, by no means am I a contractor or have a lot of knowledge in this, is get a bulldozer, clear out all this vegetation, take the existing dirt that we have on the back side here and fill in, and see what happens. We had a beaver problem that dammed up the creek. It kind of flooded, got marshy over here. I took care of the beavers, and we got the creek running back for overflow for the lake now. But basically, you're looking at a road straight down from there, coming up here, going perpendicular with the lake that's on the right hand side, and going straight through that path right here. I'll access over there through the gate over here. This is our overflow creek right here with a little PVC pipe. But that is the dilemma. So I have my house plans. I've actually come under budget with the actual final price of the house. I was going to use that extra money for the driveway. But again, it's going to be very, very costly. So we got kind of a ridge top here, so potentially bulldoze, take some of the dirt from up here, backfill down here would be an option. And if we did it, it's going to save a lot of money. So, but again, with drainage of a potential lake on the side of the road, obviously we don't want it to turn to a swamp or have a road collapse on us. So I don't know if you can see the telephone pole down there. Pretty much fairly straight shot right through here. This tree would come down. So we're looking at, bam, straight to the main road. Come up here, 90-degree angle, back to the home site, the proposed home site. Problem is we also want to expand the horse pasture. All this will be eventually fenced in. We'll deal with that later. But problem number one is, how do I get road access to the proposed home site? Dang it, I left my fishing pole over there. So we're looking at a gravel road pretty much where I'm walking, paralleling the lake. Another option we have, and in my mind, I don't know which is going to be more expensive, but on the back side of the property we have 20-foot right-of-way paralleling the neighbor's driveway. So part of the family, their house is on the land. We broke off an acre for her. So basically the right-of-way is in her driveway, or just to the right of it if you're looking from the road. So this area here was the proposed house build site, with that tree being to the side of the house. To save money, if I can come in through the other way with the road, I would literally have to put the house closer to save money. So, proposal for a home site would be more over here in between the trees, kind of at a 45-degree angle, looking back at the water this way. I would have a lot of shade in the back with those tall, mature trees. I am not opposed to having the house put on this corner versus over here. Still, those trees block the neighbor's house over there. So, proposed gravel driveway, and I don't know if any of y'all have had experience or similar problems, but yeah, what I'm looking at here is all pretty much marshy swampland that's going to have to be backfilled. So, I don't know if you can catch the fence line. There's some old posts there. So basically what I'm looking at is pretty much where I'm standing at, 20 feet over, straight to the main road. And if I had an estimate, I would say it's probably right around at 100 yards, give or take 10 yards. So obviously, these trees would have to come down. You're talking backfill, multiple 20+ truckloads to get through there. And we'll just walk the neighbor's driveway here, kind of give you an idea of what's going on. So this right here is the property fence line. It's old, but you can still see it. Obviously the neighbor's driveway. So a lot of mature trees would have to come down. So we're looking at just to the right of the fence post, but here's the problem that's going to be very, very costly. Right through here, the low-lying area, all this is going to have to be backfilled. Oh, there's a lot of either minnows or tadpoles in there. So 40 yards maybe of backfilling. Obviously there's got to be a culvert drain, and I believe the neighbors had one installed, right up here. So for their overflow of the pond, and you can see that their pond levels are high, but they had a culvert put in. I actually saw the guy when they were having their home constructed, but yeah, that's the issue we're having right here. Pretty much low-lying swampland. I have no idea what it's going to cost to build a main driveway from up here to back down there. Obviously it's the shorter of the distances, but I have a feeling it's going to be the most costly as well with the backfilling of this whole area. I have reached out to a couple contractors trying to get bids on what it would cost, but come over here back on our property. So you can get an idea. These little trees, whatever. We can mulch that down. So walking up, so looking at a straight shot, if I were to move the house from that corner over to this corner, kind of 45-degree angle looking at it, obviously it's the shortest distance. These trees would have to come down, backfill. All this would need to be cleared. And again, 20-foot right of way, all the way up to the road, pretty much where I'm walking. is we'd have to get the forest mulcher again, rent it out for, I'm gonna guess, 3 days. Probably alleviate some of that by taking the chainsaw, getting some of these trees out. That big tree would be a heck of an issue. Again, just coming up. All the way up. Duke power pole would have to be moved, but there's the stake there for property line. And from that point 20 feet over, which I'm going to guesstimate to be somewhere right around here. I'm sure there's another stake around here somewhere. That is what we're looking at. You can see the size of these trees. They're pretty mature, pretty costly. Again, taking a chainsaw, getting an arborist out here, trying to remove these trees. Not only the trees, but the stumps themselves. It is not going to be cheap. So that is the dilemma. Have a potential home site on the lake. We've pretty much cleared it out, but no driveway access. So I can go maybe 15-20 grand tops for building of a driveway. I just don't know if it can be done. Again, I'm just gonna have to wait for the contractors to come out here, take a look, give me a price on the bid. Now, talking about the first option, going through the horse pasture. Now, the county will build partial driveway from the road over to the lane, put a culvert drain pipe in, and build it over. So, good news is we don't have to clear any major trees, but again, it's the distance and the backfilling of the pond area that's going to be expensive. So much trash. Alright, I kind of see the pond from the trees. So basically, what we're looking at to build off the main road here is going to be on the other side of this mailbox. This big tree would probably be the boundary. These little trees would go, and pretty much a straight shot right about here, straight down. So basically between the two big trees here, this will get cleared, hopefully by the county, to put a partial driveway in, straight shot, perpendicular with the pond, and then take a right. So that's where we're at right now. So if I had to estimate how many yards from this point to the home site, and I would leave it at the original point, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 500 yards. I'm just going by football fields. Very expensive to put a 10-foot wide, 3-inch deep gravel driveway. Dilemmas. Anyway, if you have any suggestions, thoughts, concerns, if you think which way will be cheaper to build a road to the home site, hey, comment below.